Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this Monday night? Monday, July 1st, 2024. So you are at the half of the year 2024. 6 months are gone. All right. I'm doing my podcast tonight on this Monday as usual. Uh, I was just finishing up some work and my other sister, actually, she's here. She's staying with me. She came from Pakistan. And, you know, I had my folks over yesterday. They cooked some food, my sisters. I had leftovers, right? And I was just listening to, you know, what's his name's podcast? Joe Rogan's podcast, right? Didn't I mention this guy? What's his name? Terrence something? Oh, Howard. And then this other guy, what's his name? Eric Weinstein, right? Eric Weinstein he is a mathematician. So they're basically trying to argue. What are they trying to do? Like debunk him? You can't have these conversations. See, this is what I don't like. When people bring like these artists and like people who believe in metaphysics, and then have them in debate with like mathematicians and physicists. It doesn't work that way. They're speaking different language. In any case. So it's interesting that they're laughing and they're trying to figure out what the hell they're talking about. Flower of life? What the hell is that? Jesus Christ. In any case, I once again I thank everyone, including my sisters and my wife and my friends for your well wishes. Am I getting any fucking better? I have no freaking idea. Well, hopefully so, right? And we got a short week this week. 4th of July. 4th of July, and the fireworks apparently are this year after a long time on Hudson. All right, they're on Hudson, and if I was in my old apartment on Van Worst, right, I would have definitely invited people over. You know, I miss that building for obviously proximity to my what do you call it, my office, because I could just walk, right? I could just walk. It's like 5 minute walk, literally like 5 minute walk to my office, right? And then the rooftop, and they had those barbecues up there, they have, not they had, sorry. And I would have invited people, for the 4th of July, but I think my sister is inviting people, Long Island City, and I told her, listen, sorry, fireworks this year are on Hudson. She was like, really? Yes. But hopefully, if I feel better, I'll go there. And sucks, obviously. I can't, play golf. See my new hat, Brazil. Uh, yeah, Brazil. My sister actually got this for me from Brazil. She went to Brazil. All right, everyone. So how's everything? Huh? Everything going good? Smooth? Everyone is happy, satisfied to an extent in their lives, huh? Satisfaction. See that the word satisfaction is a relative term, all right? What do you mean satisfaction? That you have this much money and this much happiness. I mean, like uh, that you have a balance of life. Is that what it is? I think balance of life is dissatisfaction, ultimate. I don't have that. I say this again, you know, over and again. Western world, a lot of people don't have that. Eastern world, also people don't have that. It's just a disaster. Life is a disaster. I'm not talking about disaster as in like, wars and like fucking, what do you call uh the real disasters, the wars and the conflicts and the unrest and civil this and blah blah blah, right? Yeah, those are also still real in this day and age. Here we are, 2024, we are still fighting, with our monkey brain and with our animalistic instinct, is that what it is? Um, I don't know. That's just politics and propaganda and this and that, right? And I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. So what's new, huh? So this is what happened yesterday, right? So yesterday we cooked some food and we were watching that old fucking one of the Alien franchise movies with Sigourney Weaver, right? And there's fucking like fire going on in there, and it's like fucking they're trying to beat the aliens, right? The morphogenetic, whatever it's called, anthropomorphogenetic, those fucking organic creatures, right? Ugly looking. And then there's a lot, and I'm like, I see a lot of fucking fire trucks across the river, right, from my window, and I realized that fucking Sims factory is on fire. And I'm like cheering here. Oh, nice. Finally it's going to shut down. There was a lot of fire, like smoke plumes were up fucking high, And I'm like, dude, hopefully this time it shuts down, right? But then, by like midnight, I think I was still watching it, right? By midnight, everything was in peace. All the fire boats and the fire trucks were gone, I think. They had put out the fire, right? Yeah, I was hoping that it will shut down so we can sleep in peace, right? It's like, hey, business as usual. And there's no, then the sad part is that I was looking up to see if this in any news, right? No, no, I didn't see anything anywhere. Local New Jersey news, no. No. Well, I guess because no casualties. I mean, I'm not saying that there should have been casualties, no. But I mean, this is like contributing to fucking pollution. If you saw that fucking plume, right? And that's all like the metal, right? Metal from like cars who got into accidents and all the other stuff, right? And that garbage was burning. And just imagine pollution from that. And then the pollution to the fucking East River, right? What am I saying? East River. I mean, right here to the whatever this is, like the Atlantic Ocean, right? At the tail end of Hudson River, right? On Jersey side. Nobody cares. That's what the fucking problem is with these Jersey, city officials, and they don't fucking care. All right, everyone. I still can't obviously go to the course, can't play a fucking golf. It sucks. Um, Listen, man, I'm just trying to at least walk. It's a normal person. Forget golf and all the other stuff. Hiking that I would usually normally do, right? During this time. And and it sucks that this summer has been just like so sort of difficult for me. Because I'm a very kind of like summertime, like outdoorsy person, especially over the weekends, right? and then this shit happens, and then you are just limited in your mobility. Then what the hell do? You just sit home, sir. You know, if you can go to work, you can go to work. And and I actually sent an email to my my lawyer a couple of times, and she's not even fucking responding. Because I need my wife here. You know, that's what I told her because I have to get that fucking injection into my spine in the back, right? And I heard like mixed things about that, although my physical therapist, without giving you guys a lot of personal information, right? My physical therapist says that, yeah, it's all right, man. It's like non-invasive, whatever the fuck it is, right? But let's see. Now, if I get better, and before that, should I still do it? I don't know. We'll see, right? All right. Uh, it's just part of life, This is part of life, especially when you're getting older. Because then you realize, holy shit, so this was not supposed to be forever. Our human body, the alien artifact, right? Nobody lasts forever here, all right? What is that song that actually I was singing to my wife the other day? Nothing lasts forever, but Earth and Sky, right? That rock song by Kansas, all right? That's basically the truth of life, you know. Yeah, this planet has been, sort of like created by our mother star, right? Our sun, among all the other planets. And then it has been here for many, many billions of years, right? And then the life itself tried to figure out where am I, it's like a molecule trying to figure out talking to another molecule, right? Before even any advent of any organic life, all right? I think at the advent of like almost organic, semi-organic life, these cells are like these molecules are talking to each other, right? Do you know where we are? Do you know any fucking idea, right? And then eventually they are like, let's figure this shit out, all right? Where are we? What is this? Can't fucking see anything. And all we see is this fucking plasma around us. And we are these fucking balls, tiny balls of life. Or we're going to become tiny balls of life, right? And then they finally become these unicellular, right? And then start having like fucking motion and then the organic life begins, right? And then eventually, obviously, the organic life in itself created, means to see things, right? See means, the visual, right? And all the other senses, uh, you know, developed along the way, right? Sense of touch, smell, seeing, right? Hearing, right? Those are obviously basic, senses, basic survival, what do you call tools that our body has, right? And then, we basically came up with the fucking language, right? The language, starting with I think the sign language. I think that's how it started, sign language, and then basically just like chanting, right? Music and all that, and then I think that turned into some sort of a more patronized language, right? But in any case, I don't want to go into like the history of human evolution, all right? Pretty much everybody knows what happened, all right? What we don't know what happened is before the Big Bang, which I don't believe. I'm not a big fan of Big Bang because I don't think Big Bang might not have happened. I think this universe has been here the way it is. It has been for some time, and it will be. I think that's my own theory. All right, don't quote me on this. But there are people who claim. that they know are some organizations or some entities, you know, who they claim that they know what this whole thing is, right? This life, and then if there's afterlife, or if there was life before we came here, right? What is it? The what do you call the reborn theory? What is it called? The Jesus Christ, I'm losing my fucking mind. Reincarnation theory, right? Reincarnation theory. I don't know, man. Just like everybody's claiming something that they know, or somehow they were given the revelation. By who? I don't think us humans who are born here with this body, we, regardless of how much knowledge we have, yeah, maybe some people actually, who become shamans and this and that, and that's what they do for living, right? Maybe they know the truth, like getting into those other like realms and dimensions, right? Other than that, and there are not a lot of them. Okay, so if they know what the fuck the whole reality is, why don't they basically make some announcement? But I don't think that's the whole point, all right? Announcement is in what, sir? What are they going to say? By the way, humans, this is my sermon over here. I just went into an amazing psychedelic trip, and then I realized that, by the way, this whole thing is a construct of some sort, and there is a parallel, like a reality around, right? Or not parallel, but like this is just like a dream. This is just a dream, and then actually when we wake up, then we realize, oh shit, this was just a fucking long dream, all right? Um, but then imagine people who are listening to somebody saying something like that, right? This guy is fucking out of his mind. Or this lady, she's out of her fucking mind, right? Or she or he has been smoking a lot of weed or whatever, right? They're whatever, psychonaut, like the ship that they actually took, right? To go to the other side of the fucking galaxy, whatever it is. That's why people who actually understand sort of like the reality. And first of all, okay, so this is what I wanted to say. Well, I guess you know what? I just got into this topic because I just talk shit on my podcast. So let's just talk about this. All right? What is it, sir? I mean, did you have any revelation? No, I didn't have any fucking revelation. All right. But people who actually, I think, people who actually say that, oh, you know what, this is actually a construct, and then we actually are living in some sort of, simulation, some sort of a fucking simulation, right? Okay, so then how the hell do you know that this is a simulation? I mean, how could, but first of all right, anything that's not actually explained by the human language, all right, even something as basic as, let's say, that the fucking aliens somehow land here, right? And they are more advanced than us, and then we are trying to have a communication with them. How the hell are we going to communicate with them? How the hell are we going to basically understand them? They might be able to understand us, but who knows? They have those devices for translation. Remember those fucking devices chipped onto their whatever skin, right? So whatever language we speak, it basically translates into their alien language, right? They understand whatever the fuck they are speaking, right? Machine language. I don't fucking know. Semi-machine, semi-human, semi-machine language. I don't fucking idea. But uh, how can anybody explain, all right, explain anything other than their own human language, their words. All right. Like even oh this whole universe is basically just yeah, physical universe, all the celestial bodies, extraterrestrial bodies are made of matter, right? Matter and energy and whatever, right? Light and darkness or whatever, right? That, yeah, that we can explain through our physics and mathematics and language and whatever, right? But if anything that's actually not within the realm of three dimensions and time, how the fuck do you explain that? How the hell can a human explain something that's not really human within the realm, within the construct of this fucking universe we are in? Are you going to explain something you saw, right? It's like remember when Terence McKenna? Of course, I'm one of his big fan, right? Terence McKenna was a great personality, but I think towards the end of his life, he got really emotional, blah blah blah. But in any case, listen, that's not my fucking analysis of what the fuck his life was, right? Everybody goes through the emotions, but his like his talk shows, you listen to him, right? It's like fucking amazing, out of the world. These monologues he has, right? And where he's talking about something like, yeah, oh, okay, so well, first of all, I'm not negating the fact, and I'm not trying to be a quintessential Western reductionist sort of a mind of a person, right? Yeah, there might be other realities. And I think that's what he was trying to explain, all right? And he was trying to explain that, like, not explain what those are. I think he was trying to do that too, but the first question, obviously, he was asking, which I would ask, if I see some sort of a parallel dimension, right? Where I see actual, I see there's another reality. And then whether I see entities or if I don't see entities or aliens or whatever the fuck, right? Then the first question that's going to come into my mind is, what is that reality? What is that? You know? So I think in one of the amazing, like from the 90s, you should listen to it. You can find it on YouTube. He was talking about like, okay, so what, I mean, he was very eloquent. He was very eloquent when he was talking. He was making these talks, right? Is there another tenant in the building? He's kind of funny too, right? Is there really another tenant in the building? Means if there's some other realm where there are these entities, what does that mean? That, in parallel to this reality, there's another reality where we have these other beings of self-dribbling basketball machines. I think he was talking about those when he was on DMT, right? Um, and DMT is the God molecule. Is that what they say? Well, the God particle is the Higgs boson particle, right? Which the physicists call that, that's the one that actually gives matter to what, right? Or mass, actually, I'm sorry, mass, which actually gives mass to the matter. And and speaking of which, if you think about this whole like the reality of the matter in itself, if you go into the deepest part of the fucking matter mass, there's nothing. It's like a fucking nothingness. So the whole fucking universe is created out of nothingness. Is that what it is? Or, or that nothingness actually is something in another dimension, and this universe is basically this physical universe is just like the what do you call projection out of that other universe through matter. Matter? Is that what it is? So for anyone to actually start claiming that, by the way, I found some higher whatever, or I finally figured out the reality, right? Nobody can explain that. Nobody can explain anything. I mean, like uh people who actually claim to have these like aliens like visitations. Well, listen, human mind is so fucking powerful that it can create, I think it can create the worlds and the imaginations and the fucking realities. I think human mind is like a machine, all right? Of course, it's a machine because it's a biological machine, which has these deeper like fucking parts in there, which I don't think even biologists, not biologists, but the neuroscientists actually understand, right? And how the hell do we like, does our human mind actually create all that? So for someone to say that, oh, they were visited by the fucking aliens in a ship, all right? I mean, I have to sound like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Okay, if you were visited by aliens, can you bring some fucking evidence, right? Why didn't you at least take a fucking picture of something, right, with your phone, right? So, see, that's where the point is a mute. That's where this whole fucking point is a mute because if you can't show me an evidence, then I can't believe you. All right? Simple as that. All right? Now, if you want to be philosophical, you want to be metaphysical, saying that, oh, you know what? Maybe this is something that I understand through my own fucking mind, and maybe this is the reality according to my own philosophy, right? Or metaphysics. Then that's your opinion. That's your, you know, what do you call experience through whatever alien visitation or whatever, your psychedelic trip or whatever, your yoga or, your whatever. But you can't just apply that universally to everyone. Right? So I understand, if there's another reality, all right, then that reality has got to have some sort of like means of like explanation, right? In terms of, okay, what are the laws of physics there? Do they have even fucking laws of physics there, or this doesn't apply? I mean, is gravity there? I mean, do people just fucking fly off? Gravity doesn't apply. Oh, Newton's second law of emotions. Not emotions, sir. Second law of motions doesn't apply. What does that mean? You can basically hit somebody, your car can hit some other car and nothing happens. And you're like, oh, you're happy, this and that, right? Oh, that was not an accident, apparently, right? Some shit like that. But that other realm or reality got to have some rules, right? Some rules of like, what do you call conduct? Codes of conduct, right? I'm not talking conduct, sir. I mean, some rules. What are those? I mean, you think us humans in the past 200 years, we just try to figure out what the fuck this whole reality, where we are on this rock, which basically revolves around another rock. And then we realize there are like gazillion of these rocks. We just found out in the last, not next, sir, in the last 200 years, right? Whatever, however many hundred years, right? And for us to actually try to explain other like fucking dimensions through our human language and through our physics and like mathematics, no. See, where mathematics and physics cannot be applied, that becomes something else, metaphysics, right? But listen, if any of you out there claiming that they figure out the reality, good for you, sir. Good for you, ma'am. You know what? Maybe you should write something that actually gives us some fucking benefit, right? But then what? See, that's the whole fucking point. We can't explain that phenomena through our language. What are you going to do? Draw like six dimensions and try to say, oh, this is where I was, and this is, this is what the entities look like, and then, they were basically, I mean, did you actually feel them? Did you see them? I understand you saw them, but could you shakes with them? Shake hands with them? Handshakes? I don't think any. All right. So that's where our human capacity, our language, even our science is limited. That's when we need shamans. All right. Um, Sorry. I guess I just went on a fucking detour over here, huh? Um, no, because I was just listening to that podcast, Joe Rogan's, and then I was thinking about the whole thing they were talking about. I'm like, dude, uh, I mean, us human beings at this juncture in our, you know, time in this universe, right, 2024, we are actually nowhere except for the fucking internet, social media, and all this crap, right? Which I call it sometimes. This is, yeah, it's a tool we have to use, phones and this and but it's just a crap. It's really not like something that we have. Yeah, we have achieved. We came up with this technology. We discovered this through science and physics and whatever, right? But I think we are at the baby step of like trying to find what this fucking universe is, all right? If there are any other realities, especially those, scientists don't even want to even talk about that. No, no, no. We don't know. That's all they said, you know. Basically, they are just trying to keep their life simpler, right? If you bring a shaman, you know, head to head with a fucking scientist, and the shaman is trying to explain to the scientist, by the way, so 5 o'clock in the morning every day, I basically go into this other realm where I feel like I'm on another Rita Tikuli sort of planet where it's as real as this reality. I see trees, although trees look like they are from another fucking world and it's so beautiful. And then the landscape is just like it's just out of this again, universe. And the water flows like it's like the wine is flowing out of the fucking whatever the flowing, right? And then people are just flying off in their flying cars and just like amazing. It's just like it's unbelievable. And what? Well, okay, so the people look like this, people look like that, and they are like all sort of entities, you know. And he's trying to explain to the scientist, somebody like Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? And Neil deGrasse Tyson is going to say, "Oh yeah, yeah, you're right, but I can't, I can't say that I'm going to explain that to you in a mathematical language." All right. So that's exactly I think the controversy. The controversy and the whole like clash between the scientists and then these metaphysical people, that the science is limited. You can't you can't explain that through, laws of physics. All right. Uh so if I'm a scientist, or on the other side, if I'm a shaman, I don't think I'm going to say to the scientist, "Hey, by the way, I'm not saying that your science is just shit. Listen, I can go into these other fucking dimensions. You want to come take a walk with me into that fucking universe, huh?" I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that this is something that actually our mind is capable of getting into through these means of practice and this and that, right? But then the scientist is going to say, "Yeah, you're right, but you know what? That I can't explain that through science, right? There's something else, right?" Unless the shaman comes back with all these fucking photos and like these fucking videos, right? How can you actually take videos if you're in a fucking another dimension? Or you can't take the fucking iPhone with you to take videos. All right? See that? That's our limited capability with our human mind and all that, right? So, so where am I going with this? I have no fucking idea. I'm just talking shit. I'm sorry. But uh interesting topic, right? Interesting, very interesting topic. And maybe we will figure out, maybe we'll come up with a fucking red pill or the blue pill from Matrix. Who knows? 10 years from now, right? 15. I have no fucking idea. Uh, so if we figure this out, and I think many people say that, including my own, guru, not guru, but Joe Rogan is not a guru, he's a podcaster. He brings gurus, right, of all sorts. And then maybe that, again, I say this all the fucking time, that the human body is just a vessel for something else, right? And that's what we have to figure out if we can. But most of us, through the struggle of our life, we don't even think about those things, right? I have no fucking idea. But without sounding cheesy and like out of my fucking mind, yeah, these are the fucking struggles. See this? If I'm going through this fucking pain, right? If I have to live with this fucking pain, do you think I'm going to be talking and thinking about like fucking other dimensions? Every day I'm going to sleep and I can't even sleep on this side of the fucking bed, right? You think I'm going to be talking about like metaphysics and, see that? That's the fucking problem. I'm not saying that all of us have to deal with, such, you know, things in our lives, but we just are basically machines. We are biological machines. We don't think too much about like these other realms, unless you are into like some sort of practice of religion or something, and that actually, but then that's all tricky subject because I don't want to even discuss that. 'Cause then that becomes a belief, right? But in any case, so uh that the scientists, well, let's get back to the conversation between the scientists and the shaman, right? And the scientist is going to say, hey, man, listen, that's your own reality, but if you can bring me some photos or some like, not high resolution like videos, if you can get me some at least low resolution videos, show me of those creatures or of those worlds you're talking about, maybe I can see what it is, and maybe I can. But I don't, what the what is he going to do? Like, okay, the shaman comes with next time the shaman goes into his like fucking trip, right? Then somehow he figures out, oh, ooh, okay. So now if the shaman figures out somehow that he can actually do that, I don't know how. How is he going to take pictures and videos while he's tripping his balls off? All right. I'm not talking about tripping on some like psychedelic substance, but even then, because the psychedelics take you into these other realms where you're trying to figure out the reality, right? That reality. And you are asking them, well, maybe the shamans, because this is what they do for a living, maybe they can somehow figure out how to bring pictures and videos from there, right? Some people actually draw those, through art. I have no fucking idea. Well, some people even draw like art from their like what do you call the fucking the dreams, right? But in any case, so how the hell the shaman is going to take pictures and videos, right? Somehow he brings the evidence. So, so next time he goes into his like other whatever world, right, realm, and then he brings the pictures and videos, right? Now here's the thing. First of all, you can't bring anything. I don't think so. That's the whole other fucking limit. The veil. This is what they call the veil. All right. I think philosophers also talk about that. This is the veil between this reality and the other reality is that you can't actually do barter trade between the realities. Means you can't take anything from here physical, or you can't bring anything from there physical. All right. And for us to find evidence, I think we need something physical, right? So that's the whole fucking problem. All right. But let's just say that shaman has done this so many times that he has figured out how to bring the fucking evidence. Right? So what are you what okay, so shaman puts up the fucking, screen on his next, conversation with the scientist, right? He shows it to him. Here, man, he says, you see this? You see these fucking like, mountains, beautiful mountains. It's like the Alps, but like 10 times more beautiful. And then look at the streams and then look at the fucking roads and look at these flying saucers and blah 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 blah, right? Is that what the scientist is gonna see? I have no fucking idea. All right. So even if the scientist is going to see that, right? Well, I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to conjecture. No conjecture, dear sir. No assumption. Who the fuck knows? All right. That's the whole problem. You can't bring anything evidence as far as whatever, Even can you bring any evidence from your fucking dreams? Huh? Oh, somebody gave me a piece of like fucking these amazing like precious metal in my fucking dreams, right? But can you bring it back into this world? No, we can't. See, that's the whole fucking problem. Or at least could you just take a picture while you were dreaming and you could take your phone and take a picture? How? All that's happening in your own fucking head. Unless in future, we come up with a technology where we have the chips inside our fucking brain, right? When we are dreaming about those or when we are going into those fucking realms, somehow we have that tool, right? That gives us the capability to record all the videos and all the fucking photos and all that. Then we can basically connect that Bluetooth to a external computer, right? Our phone, download them. Now you can download. Now humans, you have the capability to download, photos and videos from other realms and dimensions, even from your dreams. Congratulations. Now that may become a reality. Isn't that whole fucking movie Avatar? Wasn't that the whole not only Avatar but all the other movies, right? Matrix, where basically you are in a chamber, right? And then you go into other realms through your astral body. Is that what it is? Like your what do you call virtual body? I don't freaking idea. All right, so I mean, these movies are predicting the future of human technology and well, we also have apocalyptic movies too. So just be careful, humans. No, that may become a fucking reality. Hopefully not. But speaking of the movies, right? Oh, guess what I saw? Oh my freaking God. Um, the Mad Max prequel, one of them, right? It's like a offshoot of Mad Max, Furiosa. Oh my fucking God. Obviously it's filmed in the Australian or New Zealand, all those fucking outback areas, right? Fucking amazing graphics and it's high intensity, high energy, just like all the other Mad Max, right? Watch it. No spoiler alerts. I just watched it. I finished it yesterday, right? fucking amazing movie, Yeah, I love that Mad Max franchise. That's yeah, see, that's a post-apocalyptic sort of like future human existence on this fucking planet, right? Gasoline, remember gasoline and and bullets and bullet farm and gasoline, whatever, and water. These are the commodities. These are like the currency, just like what do we have now? Fucking Bitcoin, right? Or AI soon is going to be a commodity. You think AI is going to be like a fucking, what do you call it, a currency? Oh, you got a better AI, so maybe you can use that one, right? To buy groceries, is that what it is? Instead of Bitcoin? I don't fucking need. All right. So, it's already 11:15, everyone. Uh, I got a lot of work, obviously, but what's new, right? My wife is traveling actually, and she probably will call me. At some point in time she will. But in any case, um, uh, and yeah, it sucks that I can't get to the damn golf course, But hey, keep your fingers crossed for me, and hopefully I will be able to in 3 weeks. But who knows? I don't know. It's just this whole thing has just like put a whole monkey wrench into this whole thing. And and my life has been upside down. That's what I felt like, a couple of weeks ago. But now I think maybe I have just compromised. Hey, don't sound too fucking depressed, sir. But well, listen. At least some of you guys can go out there, whatever the hell you need to do, right? Enjoy your summer and blah blah blah, right? And slowly, hopefully, I can get back on my feet and do the normal things that the normal human beings do, right? And what else is going on? All right, so it's July 1st, 4th of July, and then what? 15th of July, and then another 30th of July, and I'm just hopefully this whole thing with my wife happens, she comes here, this is her home, I miss her, she misses me, she needs to be here, this whole immigration has just put us off like so bad, I feel, and it's not only me, a lot of people out there are struggling with this, unfortunately. It's like you have to basically like hit your fucking head on a wall, right? That's what it's like. All right. All right, everyone. So yeah, my life has sort of like become boring. I'm sorry, I apologize, but hey, maybe I needed to just slow down, like playing golf weekly, sir, and then going out every Friday night. I don't know. Yeah, maybe, sitting on those fucking bar stools with no fucking, what do you call the big rest, right? I don't know. I mean, but that cannot cause a fucking bulge in the disc. I have no fucking idea. I think it's some abrupt motion does that. That probably what happened with me without any external, injuries, which sucks. But in any case, it is what it is. I have to deal with it. I'm dealing with it. And yeah, sometimes, it just makes me depressed, angry sometimes because of the fucking pain. But I just got to suck it up. I got to suck it up and just, deal with it. Because there's no other way. There's no other way. And um, it's a long weekend. Friday, I think I'm gonna work from home. But Are there any sports going on, playing? Not this weekend, probably because it's the holiday weekend, right? Everybody's doing work like barbecues and being with the family, watching the fucking Macy's fireworks. All right, but uh, is the European Cup still on? The soccer? Maybe I can watch that, right? And I think there's got to be some game like what do you call it, the baseball? Baseball. What happened to basketball? Is that done? I don't fucking idea. I don't follow basketball. I don't follow hockey either. All right. Baseball sometimes I watch. Yes. PGA golf I watch. All right. And European soccer. Uh, obviously. Oh shit. Are there Olympics this year? This year is what 2024, right? Jesus Christ. Are Olympics this year? Are Olympics this year? Paris 2024 Olympics. But I heard a lot of bad things about Olympics. Obviously, these Olympics have a lot of fucking problems. They create this Olympic village, and who was on what's the name podcast the other day, right? They basically treat these players like shitty, really, and they don't give them money or anything. It's all publicity for the Olympics, right? And obviously for the people who win, right? Everybody else is just there for partying and drinking and boozing and whatever the hell, right? They can't even have sex now, right? Can't sleep together. Same room, all right? In the Olympic Village. All right, okay. So, I mean, these are the things that we're talking about. I understand, and then the doping, right? Fucking doping and, all those fucking steroids and what the fuck else, right? Goes on in Olympics, right? It's a big Olympics is like a big fucking party, created out of the fucking Olympus in Greece, right? Where they were basically like, okay, that's like the barbarian, all right? Yeah, now it's a little more civilized, but same shit, right? Same concept, different age, all right? Different time. All right, everyone, without bashing Olympics, yeah, some of those sports I would like to see in Olympics, right? I think they're going to start in July. I'm assuming soon. Well, July, sir, already, right? Uh, all right, everyone. So, with having said that, I'm gonna close my podcast. I presume you all are having a great start of the week, which is actually a short week. Are you taking like a 4-day weekend? I have a freaking idea. I'm not, but obviously 4th of July is off. And I'll try to watch some games here on the computer. Now the computers are on the TV. Then I'm just gonna binge watch all those fucking old Mad Max movies. Who the fuck knows, right? Or Alien, whatever one of those, right? Franchises. And I'll see you all next Monday. Happy 4th of July.